Meantime, the I word, inflation. It's one we hate to hear, and many remember the runaway inflation of the 70s and early 80s. But now we're talking about inflation coming back all over again. David Donhoff at Leverage Planners says we're already seeing it at the grocery store, and it's critical we know how it could affect our ability to retire.
It's really critical in general, but especially right now, because many people are starting to hear in the news about the risks of inflation. But frankly, inflation has been increasing all along, and it's about to go to an entirely new level because of all the quote unquote quantitative easing, all the additional money that's been pumped into the system by the central banks. Everybody that does grocery shopping is already seeing it in the grocery store. For example, if you notice, the lumber pricing has gone through the roof. It's like 8 or 10 times what it was a year ago, which is going to start reflecting in housing prices soon, which means that even if you have an older house that doesn't need to be rebuilt, it's going to match to the pricing of the other houses in the neighborhood that are brand new, that have much more expensive costs of lumber. And so everything's going to be increasing. Of course, as prices increase, a standard fixed income budget lasts less. It costs us more and more to live just at the very same baseline expense for living.
It sounds like at this point, we're not going to be able to count on Social Security to keep up with inflation. So, what do those of us who are lucky enough to have pensions from their employers? I mean, I'm one of those, my union provides a pension, that's great, but I know not everyone else does.
Yeah, so quick touch on Social Security. Social Security, when it was created in 1935, was designed to roughly match the anticipated inflation rate of about 2%. And last year we had like a 2.1, 2.3% increase on Social Security, which felt good at first. But what many people don't realize, in 1965, Medicare was launched. And Medicare is not a free medical insurance policy. You actually have to pay monthly premiums on that. And the premiums are deducted from our Social Security check. Now, here's the real challenge. When the government figures out what they estimate Social Security or what they estimate inflation to be, they increase our Social Security check, but they also increase the cost of Medicare. So on one hand, give it, the other hand, take it away. And we end up with an average annual increase roughly around 1%, which is it has been nowhere near inflation, and it's not going to even scratch the surface on inflation going forward. So we really have to build in methods of not only accumulating in a way that we don't lose our money, but have increasing income to match or beat inflation going forward. When you have a pension, all the employer-provided pensions, virtually all the employer-provided pensions, which are not very much anymore these days. And those pensions are great, except that when you turn on the guaranteed pension income, two things happen. Number one, it's flat for life. For life is a good thing, flat is not a good thing. That means it's decreasing in buying power at the rate of inflation, which is increasing. The second problem is that it's permanently taxable, which means that you don't have any tax avoidance opportunities, Roth conversion opportunities, and down the road, when your Social Security or when your retirement accounts begin their required minimum distributions, you don't have the ability to avoid taxation on that. So it's a double-edged sword, a double-edged blessing with our pensions. They're beautiful. Most of us don't have them, but those of us do, we got to be careful because they can actually bite us in the behind.
I got to be honest, I'm a little depressed, but I mean, I know knowledge is power, and I know that you have this knowledge. So how can someone keep inflation from destroying their retirement?
Well, so it's a big picture question, but part of the puzzle is to use principal guaranteed assets, such as available as in indexed annuities, for example, that have the ability to grow when the markets go up, not lose a dime when the markets go down, and convert into a personal pension at some point in the future, 5 or 10 years down the road. And we've got, for example, I just had an appointment this afternoon with a couple, husband and wife. He worked for PACCAR, she works for Boeing. They both have pensions, but they're going to do a rollover into the indexed annuities. Now, right now, they've got an opportunity for about the next month or so where their annuities actually add 25% to their balance right up front day one. And in doing so, they're able to increase their future retirement income. That retirement income is on an inflating basis. It's an increasing pension payout, and everything they don't spend goes to their family. So it's not a use it or lose it. It's a use it and pass it forward account as well.
So David was speaking specifically about index annuities right there. And next week, we're going to delve deeper into annuities and the differences in types. We're really going to explain it. So to get in touch with David and the team at Leverage Planners, just call the number on your screen or visit the link on New Day's website. Assisted care living, it often gets a bad rap. Older, cookie-cutter living accommodations with very few amenities. We'll hold that thought right there, because when we come back, we're going to share a new model in the industry, and they're raising the bar. Stay with us.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Leverage Planners.